Aloha! Welcome to part 10 of Mega Man 03, and we are now going to take on the next batch of robot masters that belong to Dr. Weil, who has now usurped Copy X in the throne of Neo Arcadia. We're gonna go after Cubit Foxtar. Why? No particular reason, I'm just going in order of the screen, really. I could go for any one of these bastards. I have every one of their weaknesses, I have all the abilities necessary to win the fights, so it doesn't really matter which order I go in. Cubit Foxtar just happens to have the longest level of the four. And, yeah. So first off, I'm going to equip the lightning chip because this place is very peculiar. It loves to darken and get all crazy on us. And, the best thing to do here is there's a lot of, moth-type robots that love to fly around. The sparkly dust that they have flying off them doesn't hurt you. It's just them that hurts you if they run into you. There are golden panels, or brown or orange panels. I'm not sure what color they are. I'm slightly colorblind. Not really. But anyway, you shock them with the thunder chip, and the lights will come on, and the moths will actually be attracted to the light, and they will fly more closer towards it. It doesn't make them easier to kill. Sometimes you can still jump into them and they'll still get in your way, but you know, at least you can stop them somehow. Personally, I never liked Game Boy Advance for the sole purpose that a lot of the games were awfully dark to play. I had one of the original Game Boy Advances. I didn't have the Game Boy Advance SP. And I remember I bought Tales of Fantasia, a RPG remake of a Super Nintendo game slash PS1 game slash it was on a lot of consoles. Regardless, Tales of Fantasia for GBA is awesome, and I love Tales of Symphonia, awesome fucking game. And I couldn't imagine playing this level on the GBA because it always was so fucking dark for Tales of Fantasia. In fact, I never got to finish Tales of Fantasia until later when I put it on an emulator. When I got a good computer that could play on an emulator. I used to have a shitty computer for the longest time. Because holy Christ, does the Game Boy Advance get dark every now and then. You know, I was trying to play Tales of Fantasia, but then I had to go into these dungeon areas where everything's dark, and I couldn't see a thing. It didn't matter where I played the game. I could have played it in the fucking sun, and I still wouldn't have seen the fucking game. Fuck the old school Game Boy Advances. They're too damn dark. But I digress. I really hate those blue turret enemies. They have an opening very so slightly, but it is a slight opening. Like literally, you have to be instantaneous with that attack. Miss it, and you're probably going to take a pellet shot, assuming, you know, you didn't dodge it. But yeah, now it's time for, I think, a mini-boss? Yes, it is. This mini-boss, I never changed my weakness strategy for him. I don't know if he has two different weaknesses depending on what color he is, because when he's blue, he shoots ice. When he's red, he shoots fire. Those are his only two colors. And, you know, one would think that because he's red and shooting fire, that electricity would be his weakness, and that when he's ice, fire would be his weakness. I don't know if that's the case with this boss. I just remember I'd always use the thunder chip and beat him no problem, so yeah. He shoots ice upwards, and he shoots fire downwards. He always shoots two flames or two waves of ice, and they always go in a diagonal direction. So you could stand on the bottom where the spiky enemy is, or you can take your chances with the rotating platforms. It's a little hard to dodge, but nothing you can't handle, I don't think. Just make sure you take your shot well. And oh goody, the crane sections. Oh god. Or more like the rafter sections. It always reminded me of the factory in Mega Man 01, which I always died at a lot because I always fucked up my jumps. But in this case, you have to hang off of the rafters by the very, very, very edge because there are ceilings with spikes that just pop out of nowhere. Look at this! Tight fucking jumps. Good lord. Needless to say, I hate this level. It's super long and it can get super challenging with the cranes and stuff and blah. I always hated this part. Always. Because the thing is, if you go too far off the rafter, you're going to fall off into the spikes, but you don't know how far you should be going. I mean, you just have to keep like sight of where Zero's head is in comparison to the spikes. Even the slightest nick of the spike on his head can just fucking kill you, and that's always annoying. Speaking of annoying, I really don't like these reactor rooms. You have to push in all the buttons and like slash them so that they're all inside so that the door will open on the right, but like, I don't know, it just seems like busy work. It just seems like, do we really need to do this? I don't know. I don't want to do it personally. That crack isn't very obvious, is it? Go left, yeah, there's another secret disc. And another secret disc. Hoo-hoo, yeah. I did get most of the foot chips, body chips, and head chips, so don't worry about that. I didn't find them all, I don't think. But, you know, I did a good job. Considering that I'm not a huge fan of the Zero series, yeah. All of the footage is recorded as we speak, so don't expect me to take any of your advice to heart. I beat the game already. Now I'm just having to edit everything and do the commentary. I made a very tight jump here. See, with the rafters, you can go all the way to the right, where the boss is, or you can go all the way to the left. And at the left is a secret disc. Jesus, that's a tight jump. If you land even on the side of the spikes, you know, you can't touch spikes, period. So it's like, boom, dead. As always, if the rafters aren't going the way you want them to, flip the switch at the bottom, and they will. But needless to say, I hate spikes. I hate them so much. I died many a time in this level. But anyway, folks, we're at the Robot Master. What's this? Tee-hee! Hey, you weren't supposed to see this place. This is a Dark Elf copy factory. We've got copies of the Dark Elf sleeping here. In other words, baby elves. We had the factory sealed off so nobody'd get suspicious. Now you've done it. I'll have to ensure you remain silent about this. Forever. I am Cubit Foxtar, member of Wiles Numbers. I'll make sure you never talk again. Cubit's kind of annoying. This fox, weak against electricity, loves to do crazy cartwheels, and loves to shoot fire all over the place, and he loves to surround himself with fire and then just keep shooting at you repeatedly. Which you may want to use the wall to dodge those fireballs quite a bit, like I do here, or at least I attempt to do. But I'm not very good at dodging the fire that this fucking fox shoots. Then he splits into other fireballs and moves all over the place. Then they go to one specific area to form again, and yeah, Cubit's not exactly easy, I don't think. If I am defeated, this room will cease functioning, and the copies will all die. There will be no proof. Nobody will know the truth. And anyway, we don't actually need the baby elves. The Dark Elf alone will be enough to take care of the Reploids. I can already see it. The shining future. The new world Lord Weil is about to create. And I see you wallowing in the depths of despair. Tee-hee-hee-hee! Shut the fuck up. Jesus. I've never heard such a long death cry. Christ. And booyah, we got a whole bunch of stuff, including the double jump foot ability. And I love the double jump foot ability. We also got another foot ability that I forgot to open up all the secret discs for. It allows you to, I think, slide down walls faster. Either way. What was he planning on doing with all those baby elves? Well, whatever he was planning was obviously bad. This is the ability we got from Cubit. You have to use your recoil rod for this one. You charge it up, you hold the up button while you charge, and then you let go, and he shoots 4 green energy balls to the left and right of him. Pretty lame, I guess. And now here's the double jump in action. Oh god, yes! I've been waiting for this since 0, 1, and 2. The thing I love about Dr. Wily's robots, Base and Zero. Base and Zero could double jump, and how I have missed Base and Zero's double jumps. Oh god. Zero can finally double jump, and it is going to be the most useful ability in the whole fucking game. But anywho, folks, I love the double jump. What can I say? We're going to be taking on Le Cactoire de Jack. I didn't read the name. I'll read it for part 11. But see you then.